Ladies and gentlemen, we are live from Vale in Melbourne, and I welcome my good friend Nathan Coburn, all the way down from Sydney. How are you, brother?
Not bad, myself.
Good.
Thanks for having me on the show today.
No
Glad you could fit me in.
Yeah, look, you're down for Steph's engagement party, which is all very exciting.
Well, that's what she thinks.
Yeah.
Really came down to see you.
No, this is true. This is very true. And we've been talking about doing one of these things for quite a while, and so it's a bit cold and wet and windy outside. So we shoot a horse this morning, and then we're going to go for a horse ride. But it's a bit cold and wet and windy out there, so thought we'd have a chat and go from there.
What do you know?
So the main reason I wanted to chat to you about, and you're a bit of a character. It's funny because how we become friends was through Steph.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of serendipitous behaviour going on here. It's funny because Steph was a bit unsure of how we get along because we were told that we're quite similar.
Yeah, it was either going to be butt heads or best friends.
Yeah, for sure. But every time I've come up to Sydney or something, you've made the effort to come and say good day and have a beer and that sort of stuff. So I really appreciate that.
Yeah, 100%.
So tell me a bit about yourself first, mate. How old you are, where you're from, what you do for a quid, all that sort of stuff.
27. Born in the Blue Mountains.
Yeah.
Penrith, you want to be exact, but yeah, that's why I live in the Blue Mountains. And yeah, Carpenter by trade.
Yeah, beautiful. How's that? Do you enjoy it?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Can swing a hammer.
Yeah.
I've bounced around. There was 3 different companies to get my apprenticeship done. So I went from commercial to portable buildings to residential, like in the mountains.
Yeah.
And then commercial. I've moved to Tassie for work and come back and that. So bounced around and obviously doing different things. I worked in hospitals, supermarkets, Westfields.
Yeah, beautiful.
Got some experience.
And recently you sort of applied to go on a bit of a camp trip. So take us from the start of that, because this is one of the reasons I wanted to chat to you about. It's a bit interesting. I've always wondered how these sort of camp trips go. So start from the start and where you sort of come across this and who was it to do with and everything else like that.
It's called the Rogues Gentlemen's Club.
Yeah.
And so it's co-founded by Nick Cummings, so obviously the honey badger.
Yeah.
And then I think his best mate Blair.
Yep.
So I didn't actually know about the club at first, but Nick put up a video saying if you've been a bit down lately, down your luck, or struggling, blah, blah, or just need to reconnect with yourself and in the country. Shoot us an email, like we were saying, obviously for a friend. It goes off if that's you.
Yep.
And part of that is I've just been struggling this bit here.
So where did you see the ad to start with?
Oh, Instagram.
Yeah.
So on Nick's page.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah.
And so because I tore my meniscus in my knee.
Yeah.
As just close at the start of the year, so it was just been a bit difficult. So having to play sport, getting unfit, and just sort of even just coming back, rehabilitating and that. So it just hasn't been the easiest. And so that was I just saw this and thought it could be a good opportunity just to get away and reconnect and stuff, because it was a big push that they have on the camping trips is all about men's mental health.
Yeah,
mental health just in general, but because they're doing a ladies trip soon, but.
Yeah. So you have had to apply to go on, basically, because obviously they expect a big demand for something like that. And it's obviously a paid trip as well.
Yeah.
But it's something that, before we get into it, I mean, mental health is something that I talk about a lot in the circumstance of the male mental health, being that men's suicide is far higher than.
Well, it's 8 out of 10 by memory.
Yeah. It's 8 out of 10 suicides. Yeah. I mean, that's massive when you think about it. I mean, if that was, this is something that I sort of talk about all the time, about equality between the sexes, and if that was a breast cancer or something like that, geez, we'd be all over it, more than what we are. And I know myself through fighting and everything else. It's something that I battle with up and down myself as well. And so it's pretty good that the honey badger he's going out of his way to try to help a few blokes out.
Yeah, exactly right.
When do you find? I mean, everyone gets sad time to time, you know, and everyone sort of experiences some lows just as they do highs. When you get, take me through like what generally triggers it for you? What triggers that slight depression or that sadness or that being down on your luck a bit? I mean, obviously the knee was a contributing factor, but surely that's not the first time that you've ever experienced.
No, not at all. Like it's been up and down for obviously years. Like probably what really pushed me all to sort of a breaking point. Was when I moved down to Tassie.
Yeah.
Obviously, first time I moved out of home, knowing no one down there.
Yeah.
Go down there to work with a complete stranger, sort of thing. So it's a good opportunity and stuff. And I don't regret doing it at all. Learn a lot, learn a lot about myself. But being retail, they have a massive push.
Yeah.
So we did the store in 3 months, sort of thing. And so that like H&M will have a date and go, we open. There's no ifs, buts, whats. They don't care.
Yeah.
So it got to the point that I was working 16, 18-hour days.
Yeah.
Like I worked in 9 months straight.
Do you think that's why men struggle with it maybe more than women sometimes? Is they typically are in jobs that have longer hours and labourers?
It can be. Because it's when the body gets tired, the mind follows. Because you're exhausted. I said again, and that takes a massive toll. But the fact is, I said, like I was, I don't know how many Red Bulls a day, Chinese food, like sort of
not eating right.
It started off well.
Yep.
But obviously it slowly deteriorated because of the amount of pressure I was under to get the job done.
Yeah, of course.
And same thing again, not working out. Not doing this, like so to release stress or whatever. Like I go and party and party hard, which has its own backfires.
Yeah, I know when I have a big night on the juice, daddy juices. I know. I know. The next day, I'm in a world of trouble. Like I mope around. It's because you can't have that. That's such a big high without a big low.
Exactly.
I know it's something too. I think from a guy's point of view that we're supposed to be big and tough a little bit, and because of that, we tend to sort of mask. We hide behind that a little bit. We sort of go, no, she'll be right, mate. She'll be right. Don't stress. And then lo and behold, we're not okay, and then gets to a breaking point, and then we start considering doing silly things. So you applied to be on this camping trip with Nick Cummings, and how did you find out that you were selected, and why were you selected?
Oh, because I'm awesome, for starters. I mean, who wouldn't want me? Flicked them an email, and it's sort of they said, "Oh, look, just in how many words or whatever." I said, "Look, just let us know, like why you needed the trip or what you want to do about it."
I'm just gonna turn that down a bit. That way.
So it was obviously, why do you need this trip or sort of thing. And so I just sort of told the story of my knee. I've been struggling this year. Fitness and all that sort of stuff, and just I just looked at this as a good opportunity to sort of help me try and sort myself out. And then they well, it was pretty quick. I think a couple of days later, we got an email back saying, "Hey, look,
being selected."
You've been selected, and there was 2 dates. So I think it was the 19th of October.
Yeah.
And then the 26th. And so I just chose the 19th because I was like, oh, it's closer.
Yeah.
And then from that you get into a Facebook group.
Yep. Sorry, bro.
Yeah.
That light's still in my head, bro.
Just my white skin.
Heaps of reflection,
Because I'm a white dog.
Yeah. Come to David's Ranch, where professionalism is number one. I think it's just reflecting off the windows, I think.
I was going through that and just my white skin.
Yeah. I might have to put a sheet up here. And that way it's a bit more controlled. I'm learning. Technology.
Stop her.
Technology is not my strong suit. So you got selected. Take me through that moment when you found out that so you got put on the Facebook group.
Yeah. Absolutely fucking buzzing. Like it was one of those things. He sort of went, look, high demand. He's a big personality, and because it's only a group of 10.
Yeah, wow.
So and then I was 12, obviously Blair and Nick. So they only take 10 people at a time.
Yeah. And did you bring your own camp gear? Or they provide that?
No, they provide it.
Yeah,
but you got to carry it, sort of thing.
Yeah, of course. Big backpack.
Well, yeah, my dumb ass brought the Bobby Boucher bag, so they nicknamed me the gunslinger because it was just sitting over one side. Everyone else looked like they'd been camping before. big bags, so it worked out well for them.
Yeah.
But that was the thing. I just didn't really know what to expect, and then two, I've been camping, but we normally just go there and get blind.
Yeah, so it's true. You just get there, fucking get blind. That's that.
At the camping spots I go to is like we park there and then we camp. Near the trucks.
Yeah.
So this one was full bush.
So from where you live, how far was the camping trip?
Where you parked your car was probably 40, 45. Like it's out near Richmond, like Yarramundi.
Yeah, okay.
So
you get out there. You're obviously a bit nervous about the day, I would assume. We're just excited.
Excited, nervous. Because that's what they talk about. He goes, why they create the Facebook group is get a bit of banter going. Get us to know each other, so it's not such a like shock, I guess, or sort of thing. And so that was good. So then I kicked it off. I said, hey guys, 27 at Carbonar, blah blah.
Yeah.
And then once I because no one was talking, and then so I was quite happy because I kicked it off, and then after that it was a flow-on effect.
Started, yeah.
So that's I felt like I'm big cock dance walking. But it was good. So it was one of the young guys. He actually came pick me up.
Yeah, right. So you didn't have to leave your car there.
Yeah, because I thought my car's my job, all my tools and stuff in it, and so it was one of those things. It's like I didn't know where.
It's just easier that way.
Yeah, I didn't know where we were parking. I was because it said meet at the Macca's at Richmond, and then go from there. So I was just like, look, instead of my car just sitting somewhere with all my tools in the bush for a couple of days, I was like, just
yeah. So you get on the trip, you meet Honey Badger obviously for the first time. What was your first impressions of him?
It's funny because I do look up to him. He's a bit sort of idol, like a very talented sportsman, very driven. It's not everyone can be a wallaby sort of thing.
Yeah, it's true.
His characteristics I've found very appealing because it's sort of similar to me, like good banter, like he can definitely spin a yarn.
Yeah, of course.
So it was cool. Sort of walked up to him, just shook his hand, said g'day mate,
Yeah.
And it's just one of those. He was just regular dude. It was quite funny because I went to the Macca's. I was like, I'll get a feed before. Obviously we set sail, and some Sheila just came out of nowhere. Like he just pulled in. He was still in the car. She ran up and just bang on the window. And then she goes, it's him. Scared the Jesus out of Nick.
Yeah, of course.
You got out and said, hey, he had no idea what was going on, and then took a selfie with her. Yeah, sure. And he was just like,
yeah.
I was like, that happened often? And he goes, I didn't know, because he didn't get out of the car for that reason.
Yeah.
So they just pulled in, and she just came shooting across the car park. So that was a funny way to start off. But it was good. Just it was like a nice little trip. We did name tags.
Oh yeah.
Just obviously get it going, which made it easy. I'm terrible with names, especially when you say hi to 7 blokes in about 30 seconds. You
lost it. Yeah. And so the main focus. So you started going for it. It was hiking, obviously.
Yeah.
So you started hiking. The main focus of the trip was men's mental health.
Yeah.
And so did they do any activities or take us through that?
Yeah. So the big thing is that he wants to sort of, as we've talked about before, is break down these walls. Yeah. Because the fact is, and I'm hugely guilty of it. Is putting on that brave face and making everyone laugh and me joking and stuff, and really I'm fighting my own battles and not letting anyone know it or see it. Which is not the right thing to do, because if no one knows there's an issue, they can't fix it.
They can't help you.
They can't help you.
That's a big issue with men too, is that we don't like asking for help. There's that joke about men don't like asking for directions. Well, that flows on to other aspects of our life as well.
Yeah, 100%. And yeah, so that was one of the things that they talked about. It goes, we do the trip, and it is about the thing they said what I quite liked. It goes, you disconnect to reconnect.
Yeah.
So no phone. Like you're allowed phones, but they said, look, it's more about I took a handful of photos, I left in my bag, and it's just to be away from everyone, the noise, the pollution, just
organize your thoughts.
Yeah. So there was different things of some meditation, stretching, obviously the hiking. Because that was like really enjoyed part was because you're just going through the bush. We're going through like waist high water, so just holding the bag, and it was just like they say, like go rogue. It's like and that was a big thing, climbing up and down rocks, this and that. Like
have they run these sort of camping trips before this one, or this one was the first one?
No, so like I think they started the club about 2 years ago from memory.
Yeah.
And I think it's going in full swing for about a year.
Yeah. Okay.
So this is the first one I think they did Monday.
Yeah.
But they've done ones in the Kimberleys and stuff.
And how many nights is it?
Yeah, this one was just one night.
One night, yeah.
Because they're in the Kimberleys, like doing a thing for BCF. So I think they've done a few.
Yeah.
But I don't know which ones they've done, sort of thing. Because I think they had a few trial runs. I think because they're trying to work out numbers and stuff too. Because that's why they only have 10. You go so because it's one bigger groups that it gets harder to manage because obviously you're trekking through everywhere. You got to deal with snakes, this and that,
we live in Australia.
Yeah, also like supplies too, bigger the number, more supplies you got to bring and stuff like that. And
of course.
And also, they're sort of found that people are sort of missing out because you can't, because a lot of times we're doing a certain activity, and then they want to interact and help you and do that sort of stuff, and then you've only got so much time in a day, and you say because I think they try like 20 blokes guys, and it's just.
So what kind of you're walking through the bush, obviously you're talking shit with people, but there's going to be some times where you're sitting around a campfire and having sort of some man-to-man chats with everyone.
Yeah.
What other sort of strategies was there to help you? So disconnect to reconnect was one. What other sort of strategies did they give you to try to push through some of this stuff?
Well, because it was like I was talking about straight away. Like this is the thing, like. We talk about your golden moments of the trip, and like this is the one that meant the most to me. It was because I'm still doing rehab and stuff for my knee. It's all about strengthening and conditioning at the moment, and with my water, all the sort of stuff I had, and then the tent and all that sort of stuff, and like the terrain to start off was like steep, rocky as hell, and the knee was struggling, and then like without even an issue, all the boys went, "Oh look, what can I take for you? Give me something. Like I'll take your water. Like I'll do this, that, and split me back up between the whole group. And that was just that moment alone. There, that just blew me away because I was just like, it's one of those things that about men goes that women sort of talk. I wasn't even flirting. And I said, one of those things that as men we don't get given compliments and shown such a generosity and compassion. That's it. So when that does happen. Obviously, especially with chicks, and that it can be misconstrued as flirting because we go, that's just so nice. I don't get this. I'm not used to it. And
of course.
And that was sort of thing too. Like these guys, have known me for an hour. Just to
it's funny because I experienced that recently from a group of men, and that relatively new strangers as well. I think the tide is slowly changing in that when blokes see a bloke struggling. That we're starting to have a bit of a brotherhood going on. Strangers or my friends. I know a friend of mine, Jesse, he broke his leg, broke his ankle. And without a hesitation of a doubt, we got around him. We started up a GoFundMe because obviously he couldn't work, and that sort of stuff. I think the tide is slowly changing around men, and that brotherhood is getting wider and wider. So when we see somebody struggling, we sort of are starting to wrap around them. And I think it might become because of awareness of that. We know that 8 out of 10 suicides, which, by the way, that's fucking huge.
Yeah, I know. And even that hits a bit closer to home for me at the moment because like my cousins in Tamworth, one of their good mates passed away. By taking his own life. That was like 2 weeks or something ago.
It's a hard one, bro. I gotta admit, I'd be lying to say those sort of nasty thoughts have crept into my head before too. You know.
I'm 100%.
And I think you'd struggle to find a bloke that would say they haven't had those thoughts. You know,
because it's just when everything's down and it's just you got the dark demons. It just looks like it. It doesn't look like it. It seems to be the only option because you go, I'm just so sick of everything. This is a way to make it stop.
Yeah.
Which it's it's I think one of the things that what's it called is like suicide is a very permanent solution to a temporary issue.
Yeah,
that's a little saying I've thought to myself like a lot of times. Just went, I think about that and went, nah, look, it's
I'll tell you right now, the only reason I'm still alive to this day is because my dog. And people smile or laugh at me sometimes when I say that, but it's the truth. Is that like I wouldn't know where my dog would go if I left, and like I care about my animals so much. And it's funny because that I'm grateful that I've got an animal that I've got that feeling for. But I mean, it also gives me a chance to recognize, all right, I've got an issue, I need to deal with it. I've got a sickness. It's no different to you have a cough or a cold. You got to go to doctors, you get the medicine, and you fix yourself. It's the same thing with depression in a lot of ways. And it's good to hear that that I'm not just experiencing groups of men get around me and support me. Obviously, I went through some pretty traumatic things in the last couple of months, and to hear that you've gone through the same traumatic sort of things, and you've got these group of men coming around you. That's amazing to hear.
And so that was the thing too. Like there was breathing exercises, meditation, like it was things obviously before bed, like trying to do relaxing sort of stuff.
So what were you doing before you go to bed? So there's some meditation type thing.
Yeah, like it was an app I think they were using, and it's just soothing noises, sort of thing. And so it is. He goes, everyone just lie down, like close your eyes, and then just sort of take it in and look at the sky and that, and then just sort of breathing.
Have you ever done anything like that before?
No,
I've been out of the comfort zone.
Yeah, and look, most people know me as a pretty confident guy.
Yeah.
And that comes and goes. I say, look, I think I've struggled a bit lately. I've also been confident because you have sort of been looking at myself, kind of asking, like, everyone looks at me as a skinny man, but they're like, I was getting like a little belly, like for me at least, obviously not working out. So then you start looking at yourself and you're not happy with yourself, and then it's just
it's like what they say in fashion: if you look great, you feel great. I mean, it comes down to your body as well.
So that was a big thing for me. That's why I was like a big push to try and change. I can see there's an issue, and I can see I know I'm not right, and when I'm not right, like it started trickling down to my relationships, whether it be my parents, friends, or my missus. Like everyone sort of I wasn't quite the same person.
And people notice it, especially when you are that big personality all the time. It's hard. I know. Like I'm always hyperactive and going, hey, what's going on? And then you come in someday, you're a bit quieter, and people are like, "What's the go here? Like, you okay, dude? Like, people have tripped out by that,
Yeah, well, there's one thing I was very, very thankful for. Was like when I was going through the knee and stuff. I was waiting for the surgery, and I actually got a 2nd-degree burn on the knee. So and that it was like
How did the burn happen?
I was sitting next to a fire, and I was sitting there for too long, and it just sort of heated up the jeans, and it got warm. But I never thought, like it's burning. And it's once I pulled away, I think the jeans stayed hot, and they were like skinny jeans, so it just sort of kept pressure on the skin.
And
then it blistered, and then it turns out because it's a wound. Because it's surgery, this is possible chance of infection, gangrene, it goes down and goes, I could die if So I also had to wait till it had healed. So the surgery actually got postponed twice. And that alone, that really drove me to a dark place.
Yeah, because you just want to get it over and done with.
It was holding me back, and it's just the go in and go, nah, look, another 2 weeks, and it was just like I feel like I hit rock bottom.
Yeah, of course.
Like the fall there, and like that's why I can be very thankful for one of the foremen I was working with. Like, it's one of those days where you're trying to hold it together, you're trying to keep moving forward. I was drilling a cupboard and pulled it out, and pulled out, and the drill bit stayed in the cupboard. And then that I ended up going to my car just crying. Like that
that's all it took. Yeah.
It was just the straw that broke the camel's back. It just went.
Yeah.
I just went like, I can't do this. Like it, And then I walked back, as he said, like he walked back and he like he said, hey, and I just sort of like, and he went and then sort of pulled me aside and goes, you're all right. And
yeah.
So that was something I was very thankful. He saw I was upset and reached out and said, look, just take your time and go home if you need, or that was
for sure. Yeah,
that was something I was very, very appreciative, and it hasn't gone unnoticed.
Yeah, it's good to those sort of clarity moments. So this camp trip has been a clarity moment where you've been able to sort of look back and go, well, Jesus, these people that I've had around me have been the people that got me through those things. So you did these breathing exercises, did a bit of meditation and that sort of stuff on that night, because it's only one night over. Did they give you any other tools to? I'm just sort of thinking, if anyone is watching this, that they might be able to get something from it and use some of your experience. That's now you've learned some of these skills and tools to deal with this, because you're not the only one that's dealt with depression. What other tools did they give you?
So it was a big thing, obviously, like some group activities. So just a simple thing, getting firewood. Remember that. Then one of the boys is trying to pull a massive timber.
Yep.
And then there's a diamond python sitting above in the tree, and this bloke was so scared of snakes he just shit bricks. And like it was still away from him, and because it must have been in the shadows for a bit, it wasn't moving quick. It was all curled up on these like trees, and he flipped it, just bolted, and he's like, it almost fucking killed me. So then me and Blair and that couple of boys, because I love animals, love snakes. I'm not afraid, like, if there's one, like I'll pretty much try and pick it up. And so him and me, we went caught the snake. Because and then showed to the boys and that. So it was a big thing, is that they want to show and test yourself, like resilience and pushing yourself, breaking down barriers, whether that is with the mental health or just. So he came over and like he patted the snake and but so he faced his it's trying it's pushing yourself and
conditioning yourself to life.
Yeah, and the big thing they taught is about change. It's like there's a video that Nick posted in the group, and it was do what you've always done, get what you've always got. And that was a massive thing to me. As I said, look, I've been doing the same thing all year, and I haven't been happy. So that was a big thing. I was like, well, I need to change. I need to do something. So I started back at the gym, just trying to push and just trying to be more positive, just around everything. Like, so
for sure.
So like one of the exercises are like lighting a fire with a flint. So it's just about, obviously, they're showing us how to do it, what kind of firewood you need, that, and then just and pushing yourself, because it's not easy. And so it was 5-6 times I lit a spark, it lit, and then it went out. And it's like, oh no, that's it. I said, no, that's not it. That's not a fire. I said, you can't call that. So I just kept pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing, and then I got it. I jumped up, and you would have heard me 3 valleys over. We have fire! Because it's just the achievement, and like I felt so proud and happy and like that. And Nick's there through the whole thing with you. He's like, so he's showing me how to do. He goes, oh, keep going, pushing myself and that. So him and Blair are honestly some of the best people I've ever met in my entire life.
Yeah, that's good.
Like down to earth.
When you're spending bulk time with people like that too, you sort of really do get a feel for the type of people they are. Obviously, Honey Badger, he went on the batch. And a bit of controversy there, where he I think, in my opinion, did the right thing. He wasn't feeling it with anyone, and said, well, exactly that,
And so do I like, especially like it's one of those things you go, look, I know it was only 2 days I spent with him, but you feel so connected after it, because the big thing is about to get us to open up, and that but to do that, it's one of those like trust exercise sort of things that he opens up to. He talks about his struggles that he's gone through to get where he is, his family issues and stuff. So like that's one of those, like, after seeing that and getting to know him, 100% back his decision, because end of the day, he's
a real genuine dude,
genuine guy, and the last thing he ever wants to do in life is hurt anyone. He looked at the option of, look, it's not I don't think it's quite right. I don't want to waste your time.
Mm.
There's 2 of you. As I said, at the moment, he said he goes, my next relationship is one will be my last one.
Do you touch on that while on the camper trip?
Nah.
No, you stayed well away from it.
Yeah, look, I was thinking about bringing a fake rose. I was like, it's going to go one or two ways. He's really going to like it, or I'm going to piss him off from the get go.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what, I won't try that one.
Yeah.
But look, yeah, he touched a lot about his Wallaby career.
Yeah.
Could have been possibly 2 career-ending injuries before even
that relates to you too, because you got issues with your knee. I mean, injury management, like obviously, a little bit about my injuries that I've had as well. Coming back from those injuries where you don't feel yourself, I mean, that's a big thing. So what sort of advice did he give you to deal with your knee?
Well, yeah, because it was quite lovely, because he and me talked quite a lot. He had some spicy wings or something the night before, and his ass would not quit the whole day, just kept letting him rip. So I got the thankful job of going second. He was leading the charge, and everyone goes, "Look, you can go, Nathan. Follow him up." I said, "Thanks, guys. No worries." But look, yeah, but there's just farts are farts, and I think him and me were we were laughing our asses off at farting. So it's just one of those things where you go, he has a profile in the celebrity, and you think he's like this, but
yeah,
it's just a dude that likes to record, likes farts and record farts, just like me.
Yeah, he's down to earth.
Look, yeah. So I talked about the knee and stuff. I said, look, some of the exercises that we did a bit of a workout first thing. And get the blood pumping, get that, and so I said, I really enjoyed that. I said, I actually want to add that to in your routine. I'm in the middle at the moment trying to build a repertoire, but a thing to do, and so the big push too was about having routines. So and that's something I haven't had.
So that was something a tool that he gave you to deal with the depression. Start building a routine.
In the morning, I'd wake up, roll out of bed, hit snooze a couple of times, roll out, not even make the bed, just throw the clothes on, brush teeth, and nick off out the door.
Yeah.
So his big push is get up that extra half hour early, and do a bit of a workout in the morning. Get the blood pumping, get endorphins going. Affirmations was another thing, which I never heard of before.
Yep. So explain what an affirmation is to those people that might not know.
So it's positive talking. So one of Nick's ones was he goes, when I know my feet hit the floor, I'm with purpose, and he's got absolute rippers. I wish I wrote them down, sort of thing, but I am powerful, I am strong, talking and saying it out loud. A big thing, either once you get to bed or looking yourself in the mirror and go, you are beautiful, you're good, you're going to do awesome today. It's I haven't done it yet. I'm still working up to a few things. Because again, it's a foreign concept to me. And I'm looking them up and trying to find the ones that work for you. So he gave us his ones, and he goes, but one of the things I did is I googled some from there was a thing he said he looked up. You look at say the top 20 people in the world. Whether successful, whether it's wealth, health, or whatever.
Of course,
they all have They all have say 10 things they do every day, and 4 or 5 of them are all exactly the same in every single person. So, and affirmations is one of them. And it's and getting up earlier and doing sort of stuff like that. So that's still something obviously I'm trying to get, come to terms with, and and add into my routine. But so that was very interesting, and as what we talk about barriers and stuff, it's just it's weird I feel weird just to sort of do it or say it, and
but you get there. And it all comes in good time.
But it's just a foreign concept to say, how would that help? But from the past sort of couple of weeks, I have changed myself. I've got out of bed a bit earlier. I've made the bed. I was doing some push-ups and stuff in the morning. I've tweaked my shoulder.
So just for the reason why people make their bed, this is what I got told, and you probably, just for anyone that's watching, the big thing about making your bed in the morning is not about just, it's not just about, keeping your room tidy. It's about, you've achieved something. You've achieved something the first thing in the morning. And so that's why I started making my bed. I don't do it all the time. I won't be honest.
I saw that, you messy bugger.
Yeah,
it's not made now.
It's not now. But the thing is that you know what? You've achieved something. You do it well. You achieve something in the morning straight away. But also that if your day goes to shit, you've got a nice, clean, folded bed to climb into.
Yeah, that's something Mum was talking about.
And that's it's a really good thing. That's how I turned my life around, bro. Was started making my bed every day. I'm not at the moment because I'm in a good spot, but I do try to make it every day. It doesn't happen all the time. Just like, you know, we all are human. We don't make mistakes, or we slip sometimes. But it's a really big one. That one, I really like that one.
Yeah, because I saw it was a Navy officer. I saw a video on Facebook ages ago, and
that's where I saw it, and the reason why I started doing it myself. The other thing is like cluttered room, cluttered mind. So the space that you're going to spend, you think about most people spend at least sort of 6 to 8 to 10 hours in the bedroom. They're spending, you know, best part of 40 to 50% of their day in that bedroom. Cluttered mind, cluttered room, cluttered mind. So that's another thing. You know, it's okay to have your house a little bit messy every now and then, but try to keep your bedroom as tidy as possible. Helps. And it sounds silly, but it helps.
Oh, Matt, and I did notice a change, you know, from just cleaning up the you know, stuff on the floor. Well, I've still got a bit more to do. I said there's all papers all over my desk. Like the desk isn't usable at the moment. There's just shit everywhere.
Yeah.
So, but that's still obviously I have to do. But yeah, making the bed every morning, doing that, doing the push-ups. Like I feel energetic. I feel positive. I feel like I've got purpose.
Yeah, for sure.
And honestly, man, as I said, like that this weekend.
So you get up now. You do how many push-ups in the morning? You think?
Well, none at the moment because I've strained my shoulder because I went a bit too hard too early.
Yeah.
Because it worked out to be, I think, in 5 days I'd done 850 push-ups.
Fucking Jesus.
Yeah. So there's a song called Green Sally.
Yeah.
And it's like it's they say Green Sally, but it sounds like Bring Sally. So it goes like Bring Sally up, Bring Sally down. So it's like a push-up sort of thing you use in the military.
Yeah.
And so you're like, Bring Sally up, so push up, and then come back down.
Yeah.
And then like, you're sort of obviously in the plank position for a lot of it too, because it just sort of sings off. It doesn't say that.
Yeah.
So 3.5 minutes. Feels like it goes for 24. And because like I'm just not as strong as I used to be. So
of course.
That was a goal I had, was to be able to do that song.
Yeah.
No, just a thing. So maybe it's a little thing to some people, but but it's a big thing to me. Like
so all the 1%ers, you do 10 1%ers, and there's 10% better.
Exactly.
100%.
And it's one of those things that goes, you know, every day I'm trying to make my life better, and
for sure.
and go in a more positive and energetic way. And I've noticed a difference, and so have all my friends,
of course.
And family. That they said, like, I feel like I'm talking with more purpose. I'm, you know, like
deliberate with your words.
Yeah, and just in general, just to feel like, you know, better person, and, you know, be more confident again.
Yeah, of course. And so you've gone through all this. The next day you wake up, and you have to obviously hike back to where the cars are. And you obviously shook everyone's hand, gave everyone a cuddle, that sort of stuff. What's happened now? So how long ago was this?
What are we now? Probably about 3-4 weeks.
3-4 weeks ago, so which is a decent amount of time considering. Are you still in contact with all these guys?
Yeah, I am. I've been a bit slack. I've been meaning to do like a appreciation post. So a few photos from the weekend. Like, Nick and that were awesome. They're more than welcome to get photos and stuff with you at the end. Which was quite lovely. So they said we keep the Facebook group, we keep it on there, because that's why I thought maybe they just, like, you know, they shut it down because the trip's done, you move on. But no, so they keep it live, and so and just so that for everyone to talk, whether it's good or bad. You need help or whatever. So that was something that really, really meant a lot to me.
And so have you reached out to the guys since the camping trip?
Yeah. First week I said that, so like I did 100 push-ups for the first 2 days. So I did 10 sets of 10. So just I'm at the building side, just go on the shed, just drop down, pump out 10, and then really I was committed. I was pushing forward. I'm like, let's get this done. And then the Friday I went to do push-ups. I was going to do 20. I went, oh, okay. And then I did the 100, and I was like, oh, it's still a fair bit of daylight. And I was like, oh, maybe I'll get to 200. And so, like, I posted that. Like, you know, I posted a video when I was at the gym when I did the last 10. Like, that marks 100. And then the positivity that comes out of that group, Blair, Nick, like, Nick comments on the stuff all the time. Like,
everyone else is in that same boat too, where they came there for the same reason.
Yeah. he's very active in the group, which is and that means a lot because it's one of those guys. He's a celebrity. He doesn't need to waste his time with me and stuff like and like it's I view it as the fact is that he doesn't look like it's wasting his time. He genuinely wants to help every person he can.
Yeah,
and I asked him, I said, why are you doing this, man? You don't have to. Like, it's. You're not going to be making multi-millions of dollars doing this thing.
Well, I mean, he's only got 10 people there and, he spent a couple $100 to go for the weekend away. By the time you buy food and gear and everything else, I mean, there's not much gravy left over.
So, so it is that. And he said, he goes, oh, look, I can see what's in society. I can see the issues. And,
Well, 8 out of 10 men.
Yeah, he goes, and look, if I can sort of help in any small way or whatever, helping a group at a time and stuff, he goes, and that's the way. So he feels the need to do it, and it's amazing. And it speaks volumes of him as a bloke.
Yeah. It's amazing. Yeah.
And so in the group, so I posted that, and I was good work, keep going, and then the boy's like, I'm doing this. One of the guys posted his phone number, like he goes, look, any issues, you're sad, glad, whatever, he goes, just give us a bell. Like, so like that was quite nice. And then we put in the 200, and then Badger was like, look, this guy, he's he's doing it, he's killing it, like he but then so it was the other day, so done the shoulder, and it's sort of slowed me down a bit because obviously I can't do the push-ups now, and sort of put it, a thing in your strides of like, like another injury, and again, it was like a day or two. I just felt like I did a week prior. I was like, oh no, like I was all this positivity. It was all going, and sort of like, but I've come back again from that because one of the things was that I was speaking to my cousin, and I said, oh look, she goes, talk to the group. And he goes, and I said, yeah, but it's not their problem. It's mine. Like, it's something I deal with. I said I didn't want to. I honestly felt I didn't want to burden them. I was and because my last few posts had been very positive, and look, I'm kicking goals, I'm hitting marks. And I genuinely was like, I don't want to bring them down, or so like it honestly felt like I look weak. I don't know. It was just one of those things. He goes,
But you end up reaching out to them anyway.
Poster said, hey guys, look, just say that. I go, hurt my shoulder. I go, I'm not feeling that great, or look, I think obviously I've pushed myself too hard, too fast, and I'm just feeling really down today, and I'm just struggling. And like Blair, like, mate, it was onto it straight away.
Yep.
Was a thing he posted was be stronger than your strongest excuse. I focused on that because I was at the gym when I posted it. Mate, it was I was 100% concentrated, positive, and just on thinking of that, be stronger, and that got me through the gym session. And then Nick posted on it, and everyone reached out. It was like, and then one of the guys, Justin, like him and me got sort of close on the trip. And he messaged. He goes, want to catch up. And then so then we're on Facebook now, and he messaged me. He goes, hey man, look, want to come? Can I come down for a beer or whatever? He goes, like, I'll be in the Blue Mountains actually on the weekend. If you want to catch up. And it's that right there, mate, which just blows me away. It is, and it's just men helping men. I said, and just because they need it, they're not getting anything out of it. Sure. They're generally help because we all struggle.
100%.
So that was quite amazing. I felt like it was all positive from them, saying, look, Nick's like, look at my workout video, because if every push you have to pull. And so then that's what it was from the push-ups. He goes, talking about tightening the muscles. He goes, you got to do some other work like pull-ups or whatever. He goes, just to like help with the muscles. So like, he it wasn't just a positivity. He actually helped me with the workout sort of things. Like, so it's very constructive. Beautiful. So that was very hard. Yeah, and like really, it shouldn't be that hard to ask for help, but it is. And
so you've come out of this thing really, and you've learned that you need to ask for help more. You've been given some tools to deal with these issues.
Yes.
And now you've got a direction for it. That's amazing, bro.
It's even that too. Like I said, like my missus didn't know I was upset, or she there was talks about, thought maybe something wrong with us. And it's the fact is, I just went, it's maybe not knowing how to open up about it. And
now you've got a few tools to open up about it.
There was some breathing exercises, and like thought processes to help you clear your mind.
Yeah.
And I was like, and it was like, when you wrote thoughts of racing, or you get anxiety, or you caught up and stuff, and
so
I did it at work. I was having a day, and I was, and I just went, just did the thinking exercises, did the breathing one, and just to level myself out.
Yeah.
And so I've done stuff obviously from the thing since. So as I honestly say, it was life changing for me.
It's beautiful to hear, bro.
This trip, really, like I feel like I've got purpose now. I feel like I've got a good direction. Like I'm just striving to be a better person every day.
That's amazing, bro. It is amazing. Well, bro, I appreciate you telling me about your story.
Hey, bud.
We're out of time already. That's almost an hour ticked over. So
can talk shit.
Can talk shit. No, I just really appreciate it. Hey, dude, I really appreciate it. You've given anyone that watches this some tools to deal with it.
Yep.
And I appreciate you coming on the show.
Always, mate.
Thanks, brother.
Yeah.
Have a good one. If I can turn. There we go.
Like sweat.